make sure. Come on.
Email.
Come on, Twitch.
That's Steve Dawson. What on that?
Come on. There you go. This broadcaster indicates this channel is sexually active. Or something. I want to see what it is. Let's see what it is. What it is. Oh, I got 67 followers.
How many did you have before?
I guess it was 64 because I lost 2 because I was at 66, and I lost 2. And last week, Omni on Minecraft and Chad followed.
The 3 people that participated.
Yeah,
it's fine.
And the 3 people that got banned did not follow. So, but I unbanned them, so maybe they'll come back.
Oh man, you're too kind.
I figured it was probably a one-stop shopping deal for them. They're probably like, look at these motherfuckers, and now they're probably like, what was that guy's name again? Scott.
Oh,
Scott Danson.
The last fucking, what's it called?
What?
Man, I've got like the dumbest fucking look.
What are you looking at?
The thumbnail for the last video.
Oh yeah. Is it?
That's why I said
Is it the picture that I sent to you?
What's that?
Is it the same picture that I texted you guys the other day?
No, it's different. It's worse almost.
Oh god.
I think. Let me see. Unless I just didn't look at this that much.
Raffle is open. Oh, did I just change the damn? Yes. That long ass title. Okay, cool. So.
But what video game is that?
Oh, you son of a bitch. Drakengard 3. You need to get with the know-how, son.
Nobody needs to know about Drakengard 3. We can all just pretend
I'm
it
telling
never
you, outside of it being like stupid and linear as hell, it's fun.
Oh yeah, outside of that?
And no, it's still got like that same gameplay, man. It's still fun. It's fun to be back in that universe again. But it's very, like, this one's like kind of out there, though. It's not as good as the first one. The only one I've ever played it's as good as the first one's Nier.
I actually like the second one.
No, I like the second one too. It's just, to me, it's not as good as the first one.
I thought the gameplay was a little better, but the story not so much. I mean, because it's pretty much the same goddamn gameplay, but just like a little bit refined.
Yeah.
I like that there was actually other people on the battlefield. That was nice.
Yeah.
Instead of always like, we're losing this battle. It's just like you fucking up like 1,000 dudes. Like, how the fuck are we losing?
Oh, yeah.
Thinking of 3 beautiful people.
I know, right? I think everything's good. Get the getting. While the getting's good. Let me check. Okay.
For what's in the box, I haven't played anything this week.
I haven't. I did actually start something Saturday, but I haven't played anything this week either.
Okay, closest thing I'm going to play is Madden 16 on my Saturday.
That's fine. We can talk about that.
I'm going to talk about watching The Walking Dead. That's what was in my box. It was on my PS3. It was Netflix.
I've been doing that too. All right, here we go.
Oh, hey, we're live.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're on Twitch. I just went ahead. I was like, oh, it's already up, so I just went to it.
Jeez, man, you gotta warn us.
Oh well, I am. I haven't started
saying some dumb shit.
with the audio podcast isn't going. That's really what matters. Nobody watches this shit on Twitch.
That's true.
Give us hope.
The only time someone watches it on Twitch is when it's actually live, you know? And it's very random and few and far between. So.
last one had 8 views, man.
Like the new
Of course,
one?
it was also 4 fucking hours long. So I guess the fact that 8 people clicked on it probably isn't that rare.
I feel like that's like the most viewed one. Then that's funny.
Yeah, that is definitely. I was looking at your videos. That one had 8. I don't think any of the other ones even had 1.
You know what's funny is on my YouTube channel, my most popular videos, the video of my son dancing. It's got like 80 views or something like that. It's funny. We played this air hockey game on PlayStation 4, and he beat me. And after like whoever wins, they get to shake up their controller, and you can like pop the top of a champagne bottle, and like it looks like water spray or champagne spraying out of the top of your controller. And he's like dancing around with it. It's funny.
That's fun.
Yeah. All right, let's get this party started. I did change everything, right? Yeah, fuck it. Here we go.
Hurry up! I want to try this beer.
All right, hang on. Here we go. Shut up, Sean. What is up, my dudes? Welcome to episode 11 of They Got a Podcast, the only podcast on the internet willing to get alcohol poisoning for your fake money. That's right, we're back and we survived last week. I'm that Steve Dawson, and with me as always are my two best buds, Sean and Will. What's up, guys?
You're like,
What's going on?
We're a little worse for the wear this from last week.
yeah, Sean's alive. So.
Yeah, Sean is alive.
Good. Go for it.
Let's get this started the right way, the way we do every week, with tapping the keg.
Oh. The right way.
The right way with tapping that
As in
keg.
the Wright brothers.
I'm gonna be a manly man and do mine with my teeth.
Oh fuck.
I cheated. Mine was already open. I'm sorry.
Oh, I have another problem.
Oh,
There we go.
you actually got one like Will now.
Yeah, but
Look at you.
So this week it's Kingfisher. It's Will's pick. Will, go ahead and tell us about this.
Well, let me see here.
This
I gotta
fine-
get a second taste. This is my first Kingfisher.
Oh, is
I
it?
think it's go. Who likes to fly?
So I'll go ahead and tell you, mine was already opened because I went and got them. And my wife, she was like, "Oh, is that the beer you guys are drinking?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Open it, I want to taste it." So I went ahead and opened it, and she and I took a swallow out of it. She doesn't like it, and I thought it was funny because I tasted it, and like the first taste, to me, tastes kind of like the Bud Light Platinums and the Stellas do, because I mean it's a lager, but it actually has a stronger bite at the end of the taste to me than the other ones do, and it lingers a little bit more.
It's a good bite though. It's no like.
I actually like it. Yeah, it's like I said, it's got a lingering bite to the end of it. My wife said she didn't like it, so.
Yeah, I've never actually had it before. It's apparently like most popular beer in India.
Oh, okay.
So I just figured we'd give it a try. I know you like lagers.
Yeah.
So I figured I wouldn't.
Well, I can tell
Make
you,
another
it's
dark beer for you guys.
it's not a very popular beer here in North Carolina because it was a pain in the ass to find.
That's right. Yeah, you gotta
Just put that in New York.
go to probably a specialty place if you want to pick up one of these Kingfishers. But pretty good actually. Surprised.
Luckily, we actually have a Total Wine, and that's where I got it from.
Yeah, same here.
I love that place. I feel like that place now that I'm an adult and I'm actually getting into like drinking different types of beers. To me, that place kind of equivalates to when I went to the game store, like GameStop.
Yeah.
And I would just stand there for hours and like stare at the games. And I'm like, oh,
Look at everything. And
I want to play this one. I wonder what this one's like. That's how I'm at the at Total Wine. I'm like, oh, these beers. I need to take Sean there. It's a magical place.
It is a magical place. That was the first time I've been into Total Wine. I've been to Bevmo before, but Total Wine's just different. The one here, at least, is kind of cool. They had like a whole little testing center.
Yeah.
Like wine tasting place. I was like, damn.
Yeah. That's how it is here too. I think most of them are like that. And it's funny, when you first walk in, the one here, you walk in the front door, and to your right is a row of refrigerators, and they already have beer like chilled for you and ready to go, and like you can just grab them and go. And at certain times of the day, you can go in there, and they'll actually have stations for like sampling different beers, different types of wines and champagnes. If you just get lucky and you walk in, there's like a person standing there, kind of like how you are at the grocery store. Like, you want to try this deli meat today? Like, you walk in, they're like with a little cup. You want to try this beer?
You want to get fucked up?
Yeah.
Well, yes, I do. You read my mind, kind stranger with an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like this. It just, I don't know how else to describe it. It just tastes like you said, kind of like every.
It tastes, yeah.
It
I mean, it's a lager. It tastes like a lager. Like I said, it just has a lingering bite at the end. Like, the finish isn't as clean as like the Stella or the Bud Light Platinum, but it's not a bad lingering taste.
Oh, it really isn't. Get used
Like
to
it. It's kind of addictive.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. I mean, I would definitely buy it again and drink it again. Okay. It's a little too early for that. We have no fake money yet, okay? So.
Oh,
Alright, so the keg has been tapped. Moobot is ready. Moobot's letting the people know the keg is tapped, and I did not change that today. Moobot, you're an idiot.
Set it up to make this operator.
I blame it on the bot, even though it's really my fault, because I forgot to change it.
Whose pick is it next time for?
Sean's. So go ahead, Sean. No, it's your turn. It's something Will, you, and me. I always put myself last.
Yeah, because we did Stella last time. That was Steve.
Yeah.
Do you know what you want to do next week already?
Yeah.
I thought you did. I thought we talked about this at work. I thought you had one in mind already.
Take that as a no.
You must have figured out.
I have no clue. I'm trying to find something. Oh,
It's fine. As long as you do it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll give you to the end of the podcast.
To the end of the podcast.
You got 20 seconds. No. I mean, not unless you want to like skip this week and I can go ahead and do mine, or we can just keep going this rotation. It's up to you, man.
No, I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Because I already told you what my next one's going to be, and I can't wait.
What's your next one going to be?
Yinling.
Yingling?
Yeah.
How was that?
It's
That's mine.
delicious.
Yeah, I'm thinking you.
Oh, is that what you're picking, Yinling? It's funny because I was thinking about it the other day.
Oh.
We're like totally wasting time right now, but I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, which Yinling am I gonna pick? And then I thought about it. I was gonna do. Oh man, I'm gonna do the not the lager, but the other one, because I wanted to make the joke on the podcast that I like my beers like I like my men. Black and tan is what it's called. I thought it was funny. That's what I think about while I'm at work.
Anything but work, then.
Yeah. This keeps me going. I want that Yinling black and tan.
Black and tan.
Black and tan.
That sounds good, actually. That looks really good, too.
Yeah, like the Yinling Lager is my number one go-to beer. Like, it's my favorite. Love it. And I actually noticed today when I went to the store, they have a Oktoberfest. And I didn't know they made an Oktoberfest.
Nice.
Which, by the way, I heard just got postponed until November.
Is that right?
Yes. So, Sean, your German friend, can't take you to Oktoberfest until next month.
No, wait. You mean like Oktoberfest?
No, I think it's the one that's here.
I was going to say, what the fuck? I feel like if they tried to postpone Oktoberfest, I would still just drink.
Yeah. I'm sure they do. All right, let's move it along a little bit. I feel like something's like way out of order here. All right.
You're out of lines.
Yeah, I know. I'm already screwed up, and I don't know what the problem is.
It's at 4. Sidebar.
Jumping to Sean's favorite topic. What's in the box?
Well, in the box.
It's always
What's in the box?
it's always going to be Sean's favorite topic.
I like that. Every time you say that, it makes me laugh because I know the first one. I guess it wasn't the first. It was like the second.
I think it was like second. No, it had to be like the third
It was like a
episode.
while.
It was the anime episode.
Done it a few times.
Because I'm like, Sean, go ahead and start us off with what's in the box. He's like, well, this week we're going to talk about anime, and I'm like, what? No.
Damn it, Sean.
It's fine. It's fine.
We just like giving you shit.
Yeah. All right. So, well, Sean, while you're under the spotlight, go ahead, hit us. What's in the box?
What's in the box? I haven't played anything on the PlayStation, but on my tablet, I've been messing around with Madden, mobile, and it's okay. It's annoying because if you don't really play with the pros, you touch screen with everything.
So what is it? Is it a manager simulator game, or is it like an actual football game?
It's the actual game. Like, you just have a minute to play. Like, I'm in the season right now. You just have a minute for each quarter to play, each team, and then you have like the camps and everything like that with them and everything. You have stamina. So right now my stamina is at 14. I just started playing. So once you're 14, stamina is up, then you have to wait until it recharges, then you can go back and play.
You look like a man with a lot of stamina. So.
Thanks. But it's fun because I mean, you can play it, but with the tablet, it's just like, this is me. This is the control stick for me. This is like you hit and like throw the button stuff. Throw the ball and everything. So you're running around with it, and sometimes your finger slips off because it's sway. So your guy just stands there and gets tackled. And then you have to touch the screen to throw the ball to one of your players and stuff like that. But like, if it's not messing up or anything like that, it's like actually fun to play. So, like, I'm still learning it. And it's not even buttons. You just got the truck stick with up or like side swipe for a juke and like hit the other way for the spin. You know, I got a couple of trophies for breaking tackles and running like a 60-yard touchdown. I did that today. And right now I'm 3-0.
Nice. I've never been a very big mobile gamer with like phones and iPads. So.
Yeah, I like it. It's fun.
You like it, it's fun, but it pisses you off.
It's annoying. It's like,
I'm glad you actually said that.
Sounds like me playing Call of Duty or something like that. I'm like, yeah, I like it. It's fun. Just piss me the fuck off.
Yeah.
It's always that one game. All games.
There's actually quite a few games that it's true of, I think. Every time I play League of Legends, same thing. I like it. It's fun. Man, it pisses me off.
Will, what's in your box?
This week, Netflix, I guess, is what's in my box.
The old Netflix.
The old Netflix. Your grandpa's Netflix. That's right. I watched the newest season of The Walking Dead.
Uh-huh.
I hadn't seen it before.
Right.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, man.
And I don't understand because I'm of the opinion that, like, at least 3 of the 5 seasons that have occurred have been fairly shitty.
I wouldn't shitty. I wouldn't say shitty.
I will guarantee you 2 of them have been shitty.
Shitty?
Wow. Shitty.
Nah.
2 and 3 are fucking god awful. 4 was alright. 5 was good again. 1 was good. I have no idea how I made it to 5, but like, I didn't like 2 or 3, so I have no idea how I got here.
That just blows my mind. Shitty. I've never.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard it.
Yeah.
That.
I don't like it, man. I didn't. Season 2 is like super slow.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Granted, like, there is a lot of filler episodes, and I feel like their seasons are like maybe 13 or 14 episodes each season, and I feel like they could probably cut their seasons in half. Like, if they made like a the Walking Dead Kai version, like they did Dragon Ball Z, like the season would probably be like only 4 or 5 episodes. You know?
Yeah. I was surprised how many episodes ran. I forgot. I thought there was like. I'm so used to like Game of Thrones with 10. I was thinking like 10.
I feel like it's like
13.
13. No, I think it's like 13 or something like that.
It was a lot. I mean, it was good though. Season 5 was actually really good. I was surprised.
Yeah. Season 5's good.
Like halfway through, it had like kind of a.
That end, the way the season ends.
It was really good. Like they, like pretty much all the way through, they had me. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Season was excellent.
Are you watching Fear the Walking Dead?
No, I haven't seen it.
I have every episode that's aired on my DVR right now. My wife and I've only watched one episode, the first episode, the pilot, which was an hour and a half or 2 hours long. I can't remember. But it's actually really good. It reminds me of the Dawn of the Dead remake that came out in like 2000 something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It reminds me of like how the zombies are like really fast because they've just changed and stuff like that. Yeah. It seems it's got its own like. It's not quite The Walking Dead, but it has its own nuance and like creepiness and stuff that kind of has me hooked into. I want to watch it now. At first, I was like, "This is gonna be weird. This is gonna be like the Wii U of television shows because nobody's gonna know what the hell it is, you know, because of that name." But I actually enjoyed the first episode. I was surprised. Don't care for any of the cast and the cast right now. The characters I don't care for.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no Rick Grimes or Michonne up there right now. So.
Oh man, Rick Grimes is a fucking baller. Yeah. Anyone that doesn't like Rick Grimes, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Rick Grimes for president. He does the right shit, man. Like, I don't know. You guys, have you watched this, Sean? You watched Walking Dead?
I watched second and third season. I can't remember.
Oh, okay. So you haven't watched it all. In the newest one, I'll just say a character comes into play who apparently doesn't believe in killing. And that's just the dumbest shit in the world. He doesn't kill like the 2 worst dudes that have ever happened. And then they just go and like start killing innocent people after he leaves them. It's like, god damn it. Like Rick Grimes is like, that's what you need.
Which season was this? Is like this isn't a spoiler at all. I can't remember what season it is. I feel like it's season 3. There's this one part where Rick, and I want to say it's his son Carl and one other person, they kind of get like ambushed by a group of like 5 or 6 people, and they're all kind of like handcuffed and stuff.
Oh.
And the one guy's like talking mad shit to Rick, like talking about how he's gonna beat his ass and like telling Rick to like get down, and Rick's just standing there looking at him. All of a sudden, like Rick just lunges at him, bites the dude's throat right out of his neck. And I'm like, at that point, that's where like you just like don't fuck with Rick Grimes whatsoever. Dude, like will rip your. That's Daryl.
That's Daryl.
Yeah, that's Daryl. He's pretty badass too.
I think the part you're talking about, Steve, is the part where they're like holding down Carl and they're saying they're gonna. Like,
Yeah.
It's getting pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
And at that point, Rick Grimes is all like.
Yeah, Rick just goes crazy, man. He just like literally bites the dude's throat out of his neck, and I'm just like, damn, Rick.
I was with him the whole way, man. I was like, yeah, fucking bite that dude's throat out. That's what he deserved.
Best get your STD test tomorrow. All right. So for me, let's see. Last week, I can't remember. Last week was a blur, so I don't even remember if I talked about anything on the podcast that was relative to any of the topics. But
no.
Finished Dying Light. I do remember talking about that. I don't remember if I talked about I finished WWE 2K15. Retired as the champion. It's a stupid story. The story matters nothing whatsoever in that game. But started playing Battlefield Hardline. And that game is not a Battlefield game whatsoever.
No,
it's Payday with Battlefield on the title. I've been playing the single player campaign. I think I'm on mission like 5 or something like that. 4 or 5. Honestly, the game feels like you're watching an episode of NCIS or CSI or something. Like even the way like it plays out the cutscenes and transitions from mission to mission, it's very strange. There's some fun and like neat things that they do in there, like flashing your badge and holding the people up at gunpoint. And but the thing that makes no sense is you can totally walk up to 5 people standing there armed with like AKs, yeah, or like M16s or whatever. And you flash your badge, and your guys like freeze, and they're all just like standing there, like, what do we do? And then like as long as you keep your gun on them and like keep going back and forth, like they all just stand there, and you can just one by one arrest the guys. But there's some
single player. That's funny though.
There's some like I don't know choppy stealth mechanic shit in it too. Like if you sneak up on the guys in like the bases, they're all walking around. It's kind of like Batman Arkham-esque kind of. You got your little mini map and you see them on their map, and they have the cone of vision, kind of like Metal Gear, you know. So like if you sneak up behind them, you can knock them out, or you can arrest them if you want to. I don't know. It plays like Battlefield, but like I said, it doesn't feel like you're playing Battlefield.
Yeah, even the online is a little bit weird, man.
The only time I played the online was during the beta, and I don't really ever trust a game during beta, so.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's fun. It's something a little different. It's fun to play, like I said, something in the same wheelhouse, but a little different than what you came into expect.
It's in like a swamp or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Guys were standing there, like when he arrested him, he's like under.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. There's a guy totally standing on the end of this dock, kind of in the water, and I handcuffed him and like left him in the ground. And he's like just totally underwater, like head underwater. I was like, well, like he's gonna die.
They should have just had like bubbles coming
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, Sean was watching me stream that day, and he was like, "Can you shoot the guys after you handcuff them?" And I was like, "I don't think so." And I handcuffed this one guy, and sure enough, yeah, no, you can't. And that kind of fucks you up because there's this one part in one of the missions where I actually knocked a guy out. He like fell down right in front of my cover, and all these other guys are coming in, and I'm behind the cover, but kind of standing on top of the guy too. And I go to shoot, and it won't let me shoot because the game thinks I'm trying to shoot that guy that I just knocked out.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, so I'm just like standing there, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to die.
Yeah. I know, man. You should be able to play Dirty Cop.
Yeah.
Any means necessary.
But there's certain parts in the game. I've only done one part, but I think there's more. You actually, 2 parts in the game so far. You actually get to drive cars and stuff. And the driving, if you played the beta, I mean, you know how crappy it feels. What do you expect? I mean, the game's not a driving game. So.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. The whole thing's weird. Feels weird to me.
Yeah, I mean, it is. At most, it should have been like a $30 downloadable game that they threw Battlefield's name on, but who knows? Maybe it sold enough for them to add on to or like make Hardline 2 and kind of like take the idea and go even further.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. I mean,
I don't know, man. There'll probably be some other weird ass shooter that comes out.
I mean, the next one that's coming out from them is Battlefront, the Star Wars game. And I'm sure that will sell enough to.
That was, I think, Dice is making Battlefront.
Yeah.
But it was Visceral, wasn't it? Or was it Visceral? You guys make Dead Space?
Yes.
They're the ones who made Hardline.
Yeah.
But
so
EA's always trying to find something to do. Yeah. Like the second year after Dice makes their game.
Yeah.
Never works out.
And you know, it makes no sense to me. Like, I understand, like, they did Battlefield 3, they did Battlefield 4, and Battlefield 4 came out, and it was kind of like a clusterfuck. Yeah. Kind of how, like, games were last year and the year before. But, I don't know what it is about these big companies. To me, it makes sense to say, hey, we have Battlefield Bad Company. People like this game. We've only done 2. Take this IP and make... I mean, hell, Hardline could have been some form of Bad Company, you know? I mean, you could have been playing, like, military police in, like, a military base instead of being cops or something, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I like Bad Company way more than I do regular Battlefield.
Oh yeah, Bad Company was dope. I was just talking about
The story was good. The characters were like hilarious. Like that
story
group
was
of
good,
guys.
The characters good, and the multiplayer was.
Oh yeah,
awesome,
the multiplayer was awesome.
Like that's when they said destructibility and shit. Like
you
they
just
actually meant it back then.
Dude,
like the one building in the center that cinematically fell down. Like you blow up fucking anything.
There's like a forest of trees, and you can get the helicopter and just level that forest.
Yeah.
There was actually a trophy for that before, like blowing up or knocking down 1,000 trees or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to do it for the What's in the Box segment. So before we actually get into the big topic of this week's podcast, kind of like how I've hit on a little bit last week, it was pretty much a blur. We started doing this tapping the keg thing, and we thought, I thought it would be a good idea. Let's drink for donations, drink for follows, and we're still going to do that. If you follow the channel, we're definitely going to take a drink for your follow. We're not going to drink a beer for your follow like we did last year, or last episode.
Last year, man.
The time flew by. And we'll definitely take a drink for your real money donation, not your fake money donation. I will have to say, at some point, maybe we can do now $10 donation or larger. Maybe we'll drink the whole beer, and because I feel like right now we're not going to get one or anytime soon. But if it does become something that happens, maybe we can go back and revise that. But for right now, drink for a donation. Anything over $10, we'll actually chug the beer. With that said, before we get into the actual segment or the topic for this week, I kind of want to reiterate last week's topic because we kind of got on it and segued and then try to get back on it and we segued. So last week we were talking about video game genres and what our personal favorite ones. I have been told that my favorite genre is not an actual video game genre. And I remember this huge argument and me telling someone to suck my genre at one point or another. So I would like to go first and present my open world action adventure genre.
Okay.
Case in point, GTA, Sleeping Dogs, the True Crime series, any type of game like you can think. Basically think Grand Theft Auto. That's the type of games I'm talking about. Far Cry, stuff like that.
Right.
That's my favorite genre.
I'll accept the hyphenated version of that.
I was told open world's a descriptor and not a genre, even though there are 14 million open world games. But whatever.
I can defend this point.
No, okay, it's fine. It's fine. But as we said last week,
so it's okay. What?
Video games are blended genres. Now, you tell me one video game, and I can tell you probably 2 or 3 different genres it belongs in.
That's true. I mean, a lot of things are kind of blended genres. I feel like if you were to say open world is a genre,
I would think Grand Theft Auto.
Right. But
World of Warcraft.
Here's my problem with that.
That's an
there's
MMO.
Open world, there's linear, and then maybe you have a third category, which is like a Metroidvania type game. So at that point, you just limit it to 3 genres.
No, I don't.
You see what I'm saying?
No, because you can say open world and linear at the same time and have a game like Alan Wake where it is actually open world, but you can't go where you want to. You have to go on that path.
That sounds linear to me.
But it's open world because the entire world's there. You can go from like building to building to building. But when you're in the woods in Alan Wake, you can only go on a certain path. You can't like go off that path into the woods. But once you actually get in town, you're in the town and you can go anywhere. Think Final Fantasy X, where it's pretty much open world at a certain part. Like it's open, you can go anywhere you want to. But before you get to that certain part, you're on a linear path.
Yeah.
Case in point, all video games are blended. I mean,
open world though. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
But anyway, like I
there's
said,
more nuance to it
for me, think Grand Theft Auto, those types of games. That's my favorite genre. It's also my probably not in reality. It's not my like most hated genre, but I feel like it's the genre that aggravates me the most because I'm so OCD and probably HDAD or whatever the fuck. Like, I see something, I'm like, oh, what's this over here? I got to collect all this over here before I can go do this mission, but I need to do this mission before this one too. It's one of those deals where I'm just like, I got to go everywhere.
Yeah. That's why I spent so much time in The Witcher and done like
the
third part of the map. I just want to do everything first before I go on to the next part, but it's just so fucking much in each part.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it was for me. Like, Dying Light, I spent 25 hours in Dying Light, and I didn't even do everything. I probably still had another 10 to 15 hours that I could have done with side quests.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead. We'll go to you next.
Favorite genre? Action adventure, because it's just like, who knows what the hell that means either. It's like everything. But I mean, I feel like all the games I like, they always classify them as that. And then like everything's got RPG elements to them now. But I mean, like when I think RPG, put that in like its own separate category.
Yeah. See, like every time someone says RPG, like just plain RPG to me, it makes me think of like the Final Fantasy, like any type of like Japanese.
Yeah, like traditional.
Yeah.
Like obviously, I don't mean Madden ones.
Right.
You're role playing as a football player.
Yeah.
No, but like, yeah, probably like action type games. Action, I would say action RPG. It's like
I remember you saying that last week because of like Dark Souls and like all the Souls games and
like
stuff. Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, fuck Kingdom Hearts.
That's what you said last week too.
Oh yeah. I never got that game. Which actually, plays pretty well into this week's topic. But yeah, action RPG.
Yeah. Okay.
What about you, Sean?
Mine is shooting. I think I said it like RPG shooting.
I like vaguely remember your answer from last week, and it confused me because I didn't quite understand like what. Because you said something about fighting and shooting and RPG, and I'm like, what fucking game has he played that's a fighting game where you shoot stuff? Unless he played as like Stryker in Mortal Kombat, and that was like the only guy he played because he's the only guy with a gun.
No, just like Call of Duty games.
So like first-person shooters, like your genre.
First shooter, then fighting games. Mortal Kombat. Anything that starts going fighting games.
Right.
I play those like Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
The Dreamcast and PlayStation. They're playing those games. Something that you gotta really like get into, like move your hands there. Like I said, just like walking around, like talk to this person, talk to that person. Like it takes you like 3 hours just to do something.
Yeah.
Like kind of like Darksiders. Man, it's action in the game, but it takes a long time to approach what you need to do to build to them. But I mean, like I said, one of I still love it because it got the action in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darksider is one of those Metroidvania kind of games that has RPG elements in it too. I feel like that's action RPG-ish kind of deal, but
yeah, Darksiders definitely.
Yeah,
although I don't.
The other day he was playing, and he even said he's like, "This is not a game to stream. It's too long, and it's like a game you play for yourself, but not for other people watch you play."
Yeah, like again, it's one of those games too. It has like side quest upon side quest and side quest that you can just get into. If you're one of those people that you're just there for the main story, I'm sure you could probably knock that game out in probably 8 to 10 hours. But that just doesn't happen for me.
Yeah, that's how I feel about when I play The Witcher. It's an awful game to stream. It's like, especially the way I play it, I'm like searching everything and doing every side quest in the world. It's like, man, this is super boring to watch, but I love this shit.
It's funny, like
before it came out with platinums and all that stuff, achievements and everything. Like I always wanted to try to beat a game like completely all the way.
Yeah.
Just anything to indicate there might be another game, or it might have some like badass ending to it.
I only did that when it was like a game that I really, really liked. I remember Drakengard was the first game that I like absolutely 100%ed. Like couldn't do anything else to the game. And then Final Fantasy VII is one of those games like I went through and like collected as much of the material that I could and like leveled it up for each of the characters. And then I went through and fought like all the weapons and had to beat them and had the golden chocobo just so I could run across water and shit with, and I'm just like, this is stupid because I really don't need this thing, and
Yeah, completely pointless.
Yeah, that was
pretty much, but just cause you like the game, basically.
Yeah.
The games that the 3 games that I like playing on the PlayStation 2, and one of them was on the GameCube was Prince of Persia. Like I played Prince of Persia, Warrior Within, because I didn't know there was any other games to it. I was just playing, and like when I beat it the first time, I went up against the Hopper, like big giant dude who chases after you because since you have the dagger, he wants it back because he don't stand. So like you go up against him. Well, you actually go up against a princess at the end. You go against a chick. And then if you beat the game all the way 100%, you get the water sword. Then you go against the Hopper, which you don't really pick up to get a water. And you go at the end. And it has 2 different endings, but at the same time, at each different ending, it winds up being the same thing where he goes back home and his kingdom is like just set on place, like killing people, and buildings on fires and stuff like that. So and then it leads up to 2 thrones. Then we play 2 thrones, it links back up to the very first one after you get done with the whole entire game. So if you play Sands of Time, you play Sands of Time, and it's like, oh shit, like it just literally moves around all 3 games. And I love that. And
wasn't it nice back in the day when games were actually complete? You didn't have to worry about like downloadable content and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like they actually finished the game and there was like a purpose to it.
Yeah. Sands of Time was a fucking awesome game, man. Okay, but Warrior Within, what a fucking awful game, man.
Really? Man, I love that
fucking
game.
hate that game. 2 seconds in,
have the soundtrack, man.
He's just Kratos. He's got like rock music playing. He's got like emo hair all of a sudden. He's just like, and then like 20 seconds in, he gets cut by some chick, and he's like, "You bitch!" I was like, "What?"
And then he's all like, "Harry's," and you're like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah. I was just, it was so weird coming from Sands of Time into that game. I was like, "What the fuck?"
You know, I've actually never played any of those games other than the 2008 one and the Forgotten Sands, the one that they made the character look like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, the Forgotten Sands one is like.
It's terrible. Like it's fucking terrible.
It's like a shitty ripoff of Sands of Time, where they just took like the basic elements of it, but none of like the good parts.
It's terrible. Like I feel like if you have the basic concept of playing a video game, you can play that game and easily beat it.
Yeah, you can. It's not that hard to play, even when it's on hard. Only thing hard about that game is like the enemies block. Like they block more, but as long as you have the moves the way you can like jump over their back and hit over their back, stab them a couple times.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Oh my.
Here we go.
It's good.
All right, so I guess that kind of wraps up the recap from last week.
Last week's podcast.
So this week, what we're going to talk about, I mean, it's October, and I didn't want to rush into let's talk about like the horror games, and I didn't want to specifically pick out one video game because I thought about maybe one week we would talk about Resident Evil, Silent Hill, like some of the big like horror games that kind of brought forth the horror genre for console because we're all mainly console gamers here. I didn't want to do that because I'm not really sure if you guys have played all through all the Resident Evil games or the Silent Hill games or any of the other ones I wanted to talk about. But so ideally, what I'm thinking about doing, so we'll push back the horror genre stuff, and when we're closer to Halloween, because I think this month we actually have 4 weeks we can podcast because there's 4 weeks in this month. 4 or 5, I can't remember. So this week I thought about, since it's October, the season of evil, and we like to keep things evil and metal here.
Is that right?
Yeah, we just keep it all metal here for some reason. I don't know what the hell that means. Yeah, let's just basically shit on everything this month. And this week we'll talk about games we just don't understand the hype behind. So very popular games, and you're like, why do people like these games? And I like to not talk about Call of Duty because I feel like that's the easy one to go to. You're like, I don't understand why people buy Call of Duty every year because it's the exact same game. Yeah. But I mean, that's the easy answer. You're like, it's the same game every year, you know? Sorry.
This third one for me, I think it's completely.
I don't know. After playing it, I mean, it plays just like Advanced Warfare to me. So.
I'm talking store like
online. Well, you won't know until you get a PlayStation 4.
I know. I didn't hear
oh, that's right, yeah.
But
it's cheaper though, so
by $10. That $10, it's $50. That $10 campaign doesn't come with it.
I thought it was $39.99.
No, it's $49.99. What I saw.
Oh, what a fucking ripoff!
I really hope that's not like the thing. Like between that and then like Evolve. Like I played the Evolve beta and the game was fun, but it's one of those games like you have to play with a group of friends. I feel like, but it has no single player campaign really. And Rainbow Six Siege is coming out. Has no campaign. It's all multiplayer online shit. I don't care for online.
There's the same thing for Battlefront too. I think there's like some kind of bot thing, but no like single player campaign.
Yeah, and see that's what's like.
That would be a really good game for a single player campaign too. Like everyone loves Star Wars. Like, fuck.
And I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but paying $60 for a game that. I mean, I'm here for the story and the campaign. But,
yeah.
So I mean, they pretty much lost sales. At least one copy, you know. But let's get into it. Any volunteers for going first?
I'm still thinking.
Sean? All right, go ahead. What's your game that's hyped up and you don't understand the hype behind? Like, you don't understand why people like this game so much? Minecraft.
Yes, it's a good one. I don't understand it. Like, I see before my nieces didn't start playing the game. Like when I first saw it, the grown man in his like late 20s, early 30s was so excited to show me and my brother what he had built in his game, and I saw the game because I never seen it before. I just heard about it, and like you have this old school classic, game, the way they set it up and everything. He had this big ass mansion with rocks. And he's like, look here, I built this big ass pool, right here. Like I'm trying to dig, through the cave to get diamonds and stuff. He's collecting all this shit. I'm like, what do you do in this game? It's beautiful. Like you fight this whole thing. I'm like, okay. There's no like deeper meaning into it. He's like, no, you just build stuff and you kill these stuff. There's skeletons up there you kill, like shoot gold and all that shit. It's like this big ass hype. Like I don't know why. Like teachers, all like grown man showing me all this stuff. Like not even a teenager, 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Just don't get it. Like what's up with this game?
I totally understand. Like my son is all about Minecraft. Well, he is actually kind of moving away from it right now. But I mean, he's been about Minecraft since it came out. And sadly enough, I've actually had to buy the game on 360. I bought it on PS3, and I've bought it on PS4. Like I've bought this game like 4 or 5 times now.
Jesus,
but I'm trying to think. The 360 version costs $20. The PS3 version costs $20. The Vita and the PS4 version costs $5 a piece. So.
Oh well, it's not bad.
Yeah. And I totally get where Sean's coming from because he like plays it for hours and hours, and he's like, "Oh, I'm building this village. I'm building this house. I built like an army tank, and it doesn't move, but it shoots the stuff." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I've played it myself, and yeah, I mean, the way the game is it. I mean, the game starts. There's no dialogue. There's nothing. It's just here. You're here to survive, and it's one of those games. I mean, survival games are real big on computer, and that's where this game started. It was a PC game, and survival games are really huge right now on PC. I mean, you can think of like The Forest, Ark, H1Z1, any of those like DayZ games, Arma, like any type of games. I mean, they're all survival games, and that's what Minecraft is. It just looks, in a 3D world, it looks like 8 to 16-bit, maybe 32-bit, depending on, I guess, however you calculate that shit with the polygons or whatever. But, I understand it. I mean, I've played it and put hours into it because I platinumed it on PS3. I think I got all the achievements for it on 360. I mean, it's super simple to get the stuff. And all the mechanics into it, it's really, really cool because some of the stuff's really in depth. Like, you need a certain amount of, like, cobblestone to make, like, a stove and oven, and then you need, like, this iron bar to make an iron sword and all this other stuff. I mean, it's cool. You can actually be a farmer. Like, if you have a group of, like, a community, like, one person can be, like, a total blacksmith, and a person can be, like, an adventurer and go out and, like, kill all the monsters. Sean was talking about, like, there's zombies and spiders and all these other places that you can go to. And you can, like, one person, like I said, be an adventurer and go out and kill all the stuff and collect all the items from them and bring them back and trade with people. And like I said, somebody can be a blacksmith to make weapons and tools and stuff. Somebody can be a carpenter and build, like, furniture and houses or whatever. So it's really, I understand why people like it, but I'm also on the side where I also don't understand why it's this huge, like, phenomenon, because that's really what it is. Yeah, like, it's even spun off into, like, one of the Telltale games. I think it comes out next month. It's called Minecraft Story Mode or something like that.
Yeah, something like, story mode is actually it, yeah.
And I'm sure I have to buy it, because, I mean, my sons want to play it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it either, but, I mean, I understand, like, I like building stuff in games and stuff like that, but I'd probably much rather play other games that have that kind of mechanic than Minecraft. And plus, you have to get your own materials and shit. And
the
fighting is, like, really kind of lame. And I don't know. It's just, I get building, but I just don't think that Minecraft does it best.
Yeah, it's certainly one of those games I would have never played. And I only played it because of my kid and got me into it. And he was like, oh, let's go play this and help me do this. And, like, he was like, oh, let's build this. I'll go get the stuff. You just sit here and build it. And I was like, okay.
Now, I wish it was kind of like, it's going to sound weird, I don't know if y'all played it or not, but Oregon Trail.
Oh, yeah, the Oregon Trail. Yeah.
Yeah, I played that I did it for school. It was like, it was a project.
Yeah,
I don't know why. It was a project for school. This is when I was in New York, and, like, you had to at least have one person survive in your group, in your family, like, on your adventure.
Yeah.
And, like, if it was something like that, I could get into it. Because me, personally, like, my character survived after being bit by a spider. I mean, not a spider, a snake. And I had, like, a mile left to go. And you know how, like, since you're about to die, you know, you have to push yourself and keep going, or you'll die before you make it. But I made it all the way through. I was so fucking happy I actually passed. But if the game was something like that, would have had the, like, you know, more adventure in it, where, like, oh, look, like, you know, you got this big ass thing.
Yeah, but the thing about Minecraft, and like I said, any of those survival games, you create your own adventure. It's one of those games that it doesn't hold your hand and tell you, like, well, you need to go do this, you need to go do that, and do this. It's basically here, make your own fun. And there's all these other, like, secret stuff. Like, there's this thing where you can make, it's called the Nether portal. You collect all these, like, a certain amount, like a certain stone, and you light it on fire, and it makes a portal, and you go into this portal, and you go to this place called the Nether, and it looks like you're in hell, basically. And there's all these other monsters and shit, and, like, you can go get different items from them and then leave. And then you collect these other things from these, there's these big, tall guys. I was going to say big, tall, black guys, because, I mean, they are black, but they're not black guys. But they're called Endermen, and you kill them, and randomly they drop these things called Ender Pearls. And you collect enough of them, and you make this other portal, and it takes you to the Ender Dragon. You fight the dragon, and the dragon's the end boss of the game, and that's kind of how you beat the game, but you don't really beat the game. So there's all this other, like, extra shit to the game. There's more depth to it than just, like, all right, chop down a tree, build you a little log cabin, make
like, I feel like that shit's almost secondary, really.
Yeah, and all of it is. I mean, like I said, you make your own fun. I mean, you totally don't have to do anything. Like I said, you can play with a group of people and just make a town if you want to, or you can mine into the earth and stuff. Yeah.
Make your own story or make your own fun. But that particular game just doesn't really entertain me.
Yeah, and like I said,
it's just not very. The action isn't very good to me.
No, and that's what it is. Like, there is no action during the day. Excuse me.
People with your sword.
Yeah. During the day in that game, there is no action whatsoever. It's basically you building, surviving. Night times when the monsters come out, but hell, you can even put the game on like peaceful mode or survive or creative mode, and no monsters show up. So I'm on both sides. Like, I understand why people really like this game and get into it, but I'm also like, to me, it's really not that fun, guys. Calm down, you know.
Yeah.
Will, do you have yours?
I mean, I have one, but I feel like I'm not that passionate about. Like I was saying earlier, Kingdom Hearts. I don't understand. Like, that game doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
I remember.
I should probably like it because it's got like Final Fantasy and it's kind of like a action RPG. Maybe it's just because I just don't like Disney that much.
That's what I was going to say. If it had more Final Fantasy
So,
and shit like that,
I guess I do understand the hype. If you like Disney and Final
yeah,
Fantasy,
no,
or just Disney, probably you're fine.
Yeah, to me, if it had more Final Fantasy and shit like that, I would be all into it. But it's mainly Disney shit, and I'm just like, I don't want to hang out with Goofy and Donald Duck all day. That's not my shit, you know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know if I feel that passionate about it. Like, if you like that stuff, you like that stuff. I don't.
Yeah.
So, not really my thing. And then 3 came out, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Looks like the same old shit.
Yeah.
I mean, when they have commercials, it looks like a cool game to play, but I never understood why they had to.
Yeah, I don't remember the story. I remember, like I said, I played the first one a little bit. I don't even think I finished the first one. And I don't remember any of the story. I feel like it's one of those Final Fantasy type stories where like some bullshit happens and like for some random ass reason you're this 12-year-old kid that for some reason you're the only one that can save the fucking world, and you're like, but I'm fucking 12. Like, what am I really going to do? And then they give you some like sword that looks like a fucking key, and I'm like, there's not even a blade on this fucking sword. What am I killing, really? You know?
Yeah, because I don't. What made me kind of like wanted to play the game. It's the theme song they had for the commercial when the first one came out. And I can't think of the song, but I was like, every time it came on, I'm like, I'm getting into it. I'm like, I like the song.
Oh yeah, it's that Raining Man song.
Yeah, something like I don't know.
It's Raining Man, and you're like, oh yeah, that's it. That's catchy.
It's my state dance. But it, like I had two friends that played it a lot who loved him. Like the guy would draw the main character dude, like y'all talking about the boy and everything. He drew the whole entire case of all the characters and everything like that. And at the time I never asked questions because I wasn't worried about it. I was playing my own games. But
yeah.
I didn't. Yeah. If it's a good game, it's a good game. If not, it's not. So me personally, I don't know.
Yeah.
I fit down like, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a bit of the first one, and I don't know, like probably near the beginning, and I was just like, well, this is not for me. I think maybe as a kid I would have enjoyed it, but as an adult, less so.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same. I don't get it. I mean, I can see why it's a fine game, and maybe if I had actually got into it when they first came out, maybe I would be super excited for 3 when it comes out, but like rebuying the remakes and stuff, or remasters, or whatever the fuck they're called. But now I just look at them like, well, I've never played the first one, don't plan to play the first one. I've never played the second one, never played the spin-offs on like the PSP and the 3DS or whatever the fuck they came out on. So, will I buy 3? No.
Yeah.
So
that'd be ecstatic.
See, honestly, if they would have made like Kingdom Hearts like they do Final Fantasy, where it wasn't a like continuation of a story, maybe then I would have got into buying Kingdom Hearts 3 because I knew I didn't have to get all this other like background shit. But
yeah, it's like 80 fucking PSP.
Yeah, like you have to watch these movies and shit that go along with it, because I think there's one on 3DS that's nothing but like a movie or some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, that probably doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like Mickey Mouse saying, "Hi guys, here's
game.
Take this sword and shove it up my ass." Ha And you're like, okay. But no, yeah, I mean, I'm totally there with you, Will. Like, it's one of those games I don't understand either. So, trying to see before I get into mine. We can probably do like one more round of this. But so for me, I feel like I'm probably going to not ruffle your feathers, but if anybody listens to this, I feel like I'll probably ruffle some feathers with this one. But for me, mine is Gears of War. I do not understand why people like Gears of War or why it became like this big thing. I understand it was probably one of 5 exclusive games for Xbox because that's all they have is Halo, Gears, Forza, Fable. But playing Gears of War, I've played 1, 2, 3. I never played Judgment, so I've played 3 out of 4. They're boring to me. The story's not that great. The voice acting's good, and the animations are good. The artwork and the details, like, really good. But, like I said, the story's boring. The game feels clunky to me. It feels slow and heavy, which is expected because these guys are apparently 400 pounds and, like, a body mass index of, like, 0.2, apparently, because they're all muscle. And they're like 7 feet tall, and all the women are like 100 pounds and very petite women. I just don't fucking understand this world whatsoever. And I understand like they should be slow and they should feel like sluggish and heavy because I mean, like I said, they're these big guys with all this armor on, carrying around these big guns. But to me, there's a difference between your character feeling slow because of that, like Killzone. Killzone 2 was a great example of how a game should feel heavy because you're a character with all this armor and a big gun. Whereas this game just feels clunky to me. And comparing it to Uncharted, because I mean, let's face it, Uncharted and Gears of War, they're pretty much identical type of games, you know. Any day of the week, give me Uncharted over Gears of War. And I know for some, like, I would say probably 65% of people, it's the other way around.
I think you're probably closer on the money with Killzone. I mean, I know Killzone's first person, but I would say that they're much more similar than Uncharted and
really
Gears.
I mean,
I think they do. I know they're like completely different perspectives.
Yeah.
When I played only a little bit of Gears, but it did remind me of Killzone in some respects. I didn't find it clunky, but I don't know. I didn't think it was that great either, but it was all right. It wasn't the worst thing. It wasn't the best thing.
I don't think it's the worst.
The story didn't seem that great.
Yeah, the story's not great at all. I don't understand it. And I'm not saying it's like the worst game ever. I just don't understand why it's like this, like, oh my god, Gears is coming out. Like, Gears 4, I will have to say, the trailer to that actually has me kind of, like, interested in the game. But Gears 1 trailer also had me interested in the game, too.
The Gears 1 trailer was fucking awesome.
But the thing is, there's this part in Gears 1 when I played it, and I think it's, like, towards the end of the game or something, you're underground, going to some lair or some shit for these, whatever the fuck they were. And you're on, like, this raft thing. And I noticed the guy that you play, what's his name, Dominic Phoenix or whatever the fuck it is, Marcus Phoenix. He's like talking to himself and having a conversation. I'm like, who the fuck's he talking to? Like, there's nobody around. And then like I just happened to die, and then like respawn the checkpoint, and then all of a sudden here's partners on the raft with me again. I'm like, well, where the fuck was he earlier? Like, what the hell happened? And I know that's like a common thing in the game, but I'm just like in all games, not that game, but it's a common thing in like all games now where there's glitches and shit. I don't know. I guess that's the first time I actually came across like a big glitch like that. And I was just like, why the fuck's he talking to himself? And there was no other audio for the other guy.
That's funny.
I don't know.
What the fuck is going on with this character? Just go crazy?
I don't know. To me, I always compare those two games. Like I said, to me, like Killzone Halo, because, you know, Killzone's the Halo killer. And like Gran Turismo and Forza, like they all have the Sony exclusives, has their Microsoft exclusives, the yin and yangs, you know. And like I said, Gears and like Uncharted to me, they're the ones that are kind of like competing with each other in my mind. And like I said, give any day of the week, give me Uncharted over Gears, because I feel like Uncharted does everything Gears does 10 times better.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's any really comparison.
Except for like the voice acting. The voice acting on both. I mean, like, regardless of what I think of some of the characters in Gears, like I hate the main character's voice, whatever I said his name was, Marcus Phoenix or whatever. I hate his fucking voice. I hate the other guy that's in the game, Cole, because I hate the fucking it's Coltrane bullshit and it's stupid to me. I don't know. And besides, you can't beat Nathan Drake anyway. So
No, yeah, Uncharted.
I mean,
is
he's a fucking mass murderer. I mean, like, come on.
Uncharted doesn't leave its own. Nothing really compares to Uncharted.
So, like I said, yeah, that's mine, and it's not even
genre.
it's not even just Gears of War. It's the entire series. Like I said, I've played 1, 2, and 3, and none of them stood out to me to be this great game. And now, granted, I never played the multiplayer, and maybe that's what everybody loves about the game is the multiplayer, and not necessarily just the single player. It's kind of like Halo. I feel like people love Halo, but I feel like they love it for the multiplayer and not the campaign.
A lot of shooters.
Yeah.
Uncharted's kind of rare in that aspect. I think Uncharted is probably better known for its single player.
Yeah, because that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
For that game, it's just like BioShock. People love BioShock for the BioShock story and not the bullshit that they threw in like BioShock 2. You know.
Oh man.
So, like I said, I don't mean to like ruffle any feathers for anybody that listens to this. I'm not saying Gears is a terrible game. I'm just saying it's one of those games that I don't understand why it's so big, because to me it's somewhere between average and good. It's not great, whereas Uncharted to me is great. Drake's Fortune, the greatest game, second greatest game ever created.
Maybe the third greatest Uncharted game.
No, it's the first greatest. It's Drake's Fortune's number 1 this week. Golden Abyss, Drake's Deception, Uncharted 4, then Uncharted 2. Uncharted 2 is the last one.
Oh God, man!
Nobody gives a shit about being on a train. Like, what the fuck is that? Hop off the train, man.
Uncharted 2 is fucking great. Fucking Uncharted Drake's.
You have to like sit in that stupid like anti-aircraft gun. You're like, it's stupid.
What are you talking? Oh, when you take down the helicopter.
The helicopter, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the train sequence is good.
Who the hell makes a game with some fake ass like Yeti people in it? What the fuck is that?
It was a little weird.
Stupid.
I'll give you that. Fake Yeti people, but they still had like incredible like strength or whatever the fuck they were.
Everybody knows your Skype names. Sorry.
Didn't they have? They were fake, right? That's what
to be honest, I don't remember. I remember the fucking cursed zombie people in Drake's Fortune, and it was creepy. And I was like, this is what makes this game.
The descendants in the first one were definitely real.
Yeah, and it made no sense.
No, I think the Yetis might have been real, maybe.
I don't know. But you know what's great? Like, yeah, that's what I was going to say. In Uncharted 3, the way they put the twist on that, I was like, cool. This is smart, man. Like, this is what they should have done in the other ones to kind of keep it grounded and realistic in real life instead of like,
to stop having
like in these cursed treasures. I'm like, this isn't fucking Indiana Jones, man. Yeah. Like, get away from the Indiana Jones shit from like the first and second one.
But, it would have been kind of cool.
And you know what's even better?
They should have done it in 2. If 2 didn't have, I think the Yetis in 2 were real.
I think they were too, because I think they were like
jumping super far. So if they were fake, it makes no sense.
Well, see, I think what it is I think they were people that like got into the sap from Shangri-La.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. They were fake, but they were also still monsters.
Yeah. It was some stupid shit like that. That's what I'm saying. And the best part is Golden Abyss doesn't have any of that bullshit, and that's why it's the best one now.
Well.
So it's Golden Abyss,
okay.
Drake's Fortune, Uncharted 4, Uncharted 3, Drakengard, Kingdom Hearts.
They're still in the Uncharted series.
Yeah, the one. See, a little known fact. Yeah, see, that's a little.
Just before Uncharted 2.
See, little known fact: Drakengard actually takes place in the Nathan Drake. Like, there's an Easter egg in the Nathan Drake collection coming out.
Bro, I know what's going on in that world, man. Fucking all these unknown treasures and curses just happening over and over again, man.
See, the curse actually came from the goddess of the seal, since they don't have any more goddesses of the seal.
Was that Helen Mirren?
Yep.
After they killed her?
Yeah. See, she was the last goddess, and since she's not there anymore, there's all these seeds of destruction now, and that's what all these cursed treasures are.
I love how Naughty Dog just kind of steals like fucking
people?
super famous people's
Yeah.
Just modify them just enough not to get sued, but you still know exactly who the fuck they're stealing the look from.
Yeah.
Like Last of Us, Uncharted. They do it in everything.
Right. Hey, at least she didn't bitch about it like Ellen Page did.
Oh, yeah, she was
Fucking
all in it.
douche. All right, so let's do one more round, and then we'll wrap it up. I guess, Will, you can go ahead.
Oh god, another one that I think is overrated. I don't know, man. There's things I don't like, but things I don't understand.
Yeah.
Because like Fallout 3, I understand. I didn't particularly think the game was that great, but I could understand it. Because like in the beginning, I was like, "Dude, this game is awesome." But
Right.
then after I played it a while, I was like, the gameplay is kind of shitty.
Yeah.
But like, I get it still.
Yeah, it's close.
But
It's because you weren't doing it right. That's fine.
I guess actually I do have one. Metal Gear Solid. Everything before Ground Zeroes. If you like
So
those
you're
games, I don't
talking.
understand you.
So you're talking basically the entire Metal Gear universe. So you never played.
Yeah.
You haven't played Peace Walker though.
No.
So
I mean,
I think we can actually take Peace Walker out of that because it's more like Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain than any of the other ones.
okay. There's a lot of things. Even the two games that I do like Ground Zeroes being like actually pretty solid. Even story wise, like Ground Zeroes had like a pretty dope story.
Yeah.
I was like, not much story. That's probably why it's pretty cool to me. Because it just kind of hints at like all this shit. And you're just like,
Well, see, you're also missing a bunch of backstory too, because
but like I think the more they expand on those stories, though, just the more ridiculous and like up their own ass they get.
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like,
But
the
you're
more
also
the more
like,
I play Phantom Pain, I'm just like, oh god, this story, man.
yeah.
This fucking
But this
story.
is like if we told Sean to go play like Ground Zeroes, he's gonna be like, "Who the fuck is Chico and Paz?" He's like, "What is
I
this?"
had no idea who they were either. But
Well,
like,
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You're missing a lot of backstory
like,
because
Guantanamo Bay, like
they're in
fucking
Peace Walker. I mean, they're
sewn
people from
into it,
Peace Walker.
Like, this shit's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to know. I was like, this is a fucked up, dark story, like some political undertones. And I started playing Phantom Pain and was like, oh, that's gone.
Yeah.
This is just like a ridiculous fucking story that happens to have some cool sci-fi and guns in it. Like,
Yeah, and I totally like. And this is another one I totally understand. I like the Metal Gear franchise, but yeah, it's it's like bizarre because there's like random like stupid stuff in it, and there's like especially in 4 because there's this whole like you find out there's all these like nano chip technology shit and all these people, and that's why they are the way they are, and like why they seem to have like superpowers and shit. It's very like strange.
yeah, I think that pretty much seems to be a running theme. Like, look, all these people have something in them, and that's changing the way they are. That seems to be something that they do a lot in Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
But not that I don't understand Metal Gear Solid, but I think people give it a lot of credit, even though there's like some really wonky shit in there that, for me, totally like takes me out of it.
Yeah.
Like whenever something like that happens, I'm like, god.
Let me
I
ask
wish
you
just
this.
Took the game seriously all the way through, or at least in the way that I even take it seriously. I just a lot of like silly kind of like goofy shit. That just what the fuck.
I feel like Sean's about to
What's
pass
going
out again. He's getting his blanket.
on?
So let me ask you this. You've been playing Phantom Pain. Or you have played Phantom Pain a little bit. Do you think it's 10 out of 10 worthy?
I don't know if I've played enough of it.
Do you
I
think...
don't think it's outside the realm of possibility to give it a 10 out of 10. I think it's like ridiculous, but
Do you think Metal Gear Solid 4 is 10 out of 10 worthy?
I haven't played enough of Resident Evil, or not Resident Evil, Metal Gear Solid 4.
Okay.
But Metal Gear Solid 5, I think, is like, depends on what you're looking for. I definitely think the story is lacking, but the gameplay is fucking awesome. So
Don't give me this bullshit PR answer. Give me like a straight up answer. You're not gonna like piss anybody off.
I would probably not, I wouldn't, like, if I was a reviewer on one of these sites, probably give it a 10 out of 10. I'd give it like a 9.
To me, Drakengard's a 10 out of 10. All those people that gave it like 7s are fucking idiots. And I'm comfortable with myself to piss enough people off to say it's a 10. For the story alone, it's a 10. I don't care how like shitty the graphics are. I don't care how like shitty the gameplay is. Story alone, Drakengard, 10 out of 10. If you think anything different,
It's all
you're an idiot.
interdependent. It's an 8. It's an 8.
No, you fall in that category of you're an idiot with the other people. All right, Sean, let's go ahead. One more game.
Well, I've been thinking, and I don't. Honestly, I can't think of one.
There's not one game that you can think of. You're like, why do people like this game outside of Minecraft?
I don't know. Because Minecraft was like an ish to me, that I couldn't scratch. It just like and nothing really stood out. I really don't know. You might have to come back to me, but right now I'm blank.
Okay. I'll go ahead and, I can tell you. Hang on real quick. I want to see if my phone's dead. My phone's probably almost dead. No, I'm at 4%. So maybe I'll be able to do this. So, to me, I'm going to go ahead and name probably 4 games that constantly blow my mind that are on the top 4 list of Twitch. And I don't understand. League of Legends, I don't understand. Hearthstone, don't understand.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't fucking understand.
Dota 2, don't understand. Oh, and the other one's not up here. It's not in the top 4 today. It's actually number 7 today. Counter-Strike.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, those are really good picks.
That was mine, but I didn't really want to push on that because I really haven't seen anybody play that.
Counter-Strike was fun when it came out. I remember playing it on PS3. I think I played it just a little bit on PC. Don't understand why fucking thousands and thousands of people watch these people play it every day. Hearthstone, I've played on my phone. I showed Sean about it when it came out on the iPhones. I have it on the Battle.net or whatever the fuck it's called that EA does. I've played it. I feel like it's like a poor man's Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not really play fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, What's the other one? League of Legends? I don't even know what the fuck a League of Legends is, to be honest. And Dota, I don't even know what the fuck Dota is, to be honest. I've tried to watch people play it, and I swear every time I watch somebody stream and play it, all they're doing is this. Fucking clicking their mouse. And their fucking guys just walking in a fucking circle, and they're going back and forth, and I'm like, what are you doing? I don't understand the game.
Oh, I actually like League of Legends. I was actually playing that. Actually, that's probably the only game I played is League of Legends. I played a little bit. I don't play it very often, but every once in a while I just oh damn, I want to play that game. It's hard to explain. It's kind of like when you play a shooter, and you're just the competition element of it, or any online game where you just play competitively. It's that perfect feeling when you just totally fuck someone over and you're just God damn, I'm good at this game. But the problem is with those games, any game like that, it goes both ways.
Right.
For 1 second you'll be like, oh, I'm a fucking boss. I'm amazing at this game. This game is awesome. And then you'd start getting wrecked and you're just like, fuck this game. It's a stupid game. I don't know why anyone plays it.
Yeah.
But it's a game of extreme passions. If you ever play that game, you're probably going to get bitched out by everyone you play with. Because everyone's super angry when you don't play good. Everyone's super into the game itself. Nobody's really half-assing that game. Everyone's pretty much going for it. So that part's at least exciting. That everybody's so into it, so engaged with it.
If you say so, man. I don't know.
But I'm totally with you on Hearthstone. I don't get it. I have a lot of friends that love that shit though. I just every time I see them play, I'm like, it's a card game.
Yeah.
I see it more as a video game. But I'm like, it's definitely a card game. But I just, not too interested. Pretty much any game on mobile, I never really look at it. I'm like, oh, that looks really fun. It's
yeah,
that's all right.
No, yeah, I totally understand. Like I said, those 4 games, man, I feel like Counter-Strike should be fucking dead and gone. I don't understand why it's still a thing. And I just don't understand why those other 3 games are things. I don't understand Dota. I hear people talk about it all the time. There's people at work that play it, I feel like, or they play League of Legends or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, those 2 are both kind of the same MOBAs.
Yeah. See, I don't get the whole MOBA thing. I don't understand. They're like battle arenas and shit or something like that. Massive
Yeah.
online battle arena or some shit like
Is that
that.
what that said? I had no idea what
I think that's what
yeah.
it stands for. I don't know. It's like
Basically,
MMO.
it's
Like
a
most,
real-time
and that's
strategy
another
game.
thing. Like most MMO games, like I understand why people like them, and I feel like maybe if I played like World of Warcraft or like Final Fantasy 14 or one of these other ones, I probably would get addicted to them and play them like other people do. Like I want to just like come home and that's all I want to do. Like just go play it. But I don't know. I can't see sinking my life into one game like that because most people that play Warcraft, that's the only fucking game they play because I mean you have to stay dedicated to that game. And I just don't understand like how is that fun?
I get like that. Like when I play a game, I get super into it for a while, but then I kind of want to move on. Usually.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like I get super into games too. Like when I play it, but again, like playing Dying Light, I had a blast playing it. But then I got to the point where I was like, "Fuck!" I am like 20 hours into it. I'm like, I'm done. Like I want to just like get through this campaign and like I'm done. Not doing any more side quests.
I don't know. And I guess MMOs probably aren't normally targeted at me anyway, so, since I like kind of the action type games. So
like when DC Universe came out on PS3, I was like, "Oh, cool, MMO that I'll actually be able to play," you know. And I tried to play it. Again, it's one of those games where you need people to play with because it's one of those types of games. Sean's falling asleep again, and and yeah, it's just like
I don't know what no 3 years. Everybody go to sleep.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. So those are my picks. Like I said, my picks will probably piss most people off. But
Dragon Guards are number 2. Don't really get them. A lot of people do, but a lot of people don't.
So Sean, you can not another one. Same thing. Those top 4 games you don't understand.
No, yeah, well, Counter-Strike I didn't understand because I watched a couple of guys play it and it just looked like a generic version in like the first tested Call of Duty game. It's like just it didn't look right.
I will have to say the only thing that I really liked about Counter-Strike when I played it, they have this game mode. I think it's called like Gun Game or something like that, where you start off with like an AK or something like that, and basically every time you get a kill, your gun changes, and you have to go through all the weapons. Like you go through all the assault rifles. Like as soon as you get a kill, you get a new gun, and you go through like all the assault rifles. You go through all the shotguns. Then you go through all like the pistols, and then at the end you have a knife. So you have to get a kill with a knife, and then if you get the kill with a knife, you actually win. Like you're the winner. But anytime you're playing the game, you can actually like knife somebody with your regular knife, and if you knife them, they go down a gun. Yeah, that's the only cool thing I really liked about that game.
I think Black Ops, the first Black Ops, had that same mode too. I don't know which one did it first. Probably Counter-Strike because it's older.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gun Game was fun. I don't not understand Call of Duty. I don't know why people buy it every single year anymore because I'm just kind of burnt out on it. But like Call of Duty has some really fun like online modes sometimes. Like Sticks and Stones and Gun Game, like those games were fucking awesome to me. Like I played Black Ops and I was like, oh, I mean the online's alright. It's not really wanted. I started playing like the bullshit modes or what I thought were the bullshit modes. Really, they're like way more fucking fun. Like way more fun. Like Sticks and Stones is my favorite because anytime you fucking hit someone with a tomahawk, their score goes down all the way to 0. Anytime. And I was just like, this is the fucking best.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to troll someone, you just fucking throw a tomahawk at them and it's done.
Oh. All right. Looks like it's going to do it. Do what?
Do it.
Oh. So yeah, I mean that's the games we don't understand the hype behind. Hopefully we didn't make anyone mad, and if we did,
fuck off.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Come tweet on us. Twitch on us.
Yeah, come Twitch on us, please. But just remember, you can be part of the podcast too each Friday night if you come to twitch.tv/That's Steve Dawson. Join the chat, talk to us a little bit, like Intoxicated Turtle did, and we didn't talk to him, so he left. We were actually focused this week. And for anyone that wants to listen to the podcast that's on Twitch, that's nobody right now. But we're on SoundCloud.com/They Got a Podcast, where you can find all the archived episodes, all 10. Well, actually, all 11 now once this one goes up. But yeah, that's us. We kind of haven't talked about the no scopes in a very long time. I will say if you do head over to noscopeglasses.com, I think is what it is. I don't know. There's a little link on the. There's a link on. There's a clicky for the link on the Twitch page. But check out the no scopes. I will say do not get the whatever the ones. What are the ones that we got, Sean? I don't remember. Gemini's, maybe. I don't remember.
We're selling it.
I don't remember what they were
Unless
called.
you want some big ass glasses.
Yeah, they're very big glasses.
Oh yeah.
They're you can get them in black or white frames. Just don't get those. They look cool in the picture, but they are gigantic. I probably shouldn't shit on like.
You got a big ass head.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't shit on like one of my only sponsors, but I mean, they should probably let you know that before you buy the glasses.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to do it for this week. Sean, you didn't pick a beer. Still going to think on it. This week's beer was Kingfisher Premium Lager, and it was, I will say it's a good pick, Will. I actually enjoyed it. Thanks.
I thought you might.
Yeah. So it's Kingfisher is what we'll pick for this week. It's what we've been drinking. It's what's got Sean almost dead again. Hopefully this week he won't throw up.
Ice House.
Ice House? Really?
Fuck is Ice House?
Oh my god.
I had one of those. It was alright. I want to see what y'all think about
That's like dirt beer.
it.
Oh, great. Can't
It's
wait
like-
to have one of these.
Why didn't you say like King Cobra?
I was gonna say that, but I thought it was worse than. I thought it was worse.
Colt 45. Ice House.
Oh.
Alright, so we're going to drink Ice House next week.
God.
Ugh.
You've never had it.
It's a very poor man's Budweiser,
Yeah.
Isn't that just a PBR?
I guess.
Wait, where does it rank according to a PBR? That's really gonna tell me all I need to know about this beer.
I don't know about all that.
It's, I don't know. To me, it's probably above a Colt 45 and a King Cobra.
Yeah.
And it's certainly under like Michelob, Budweiser.
Great.
Yeah, I mean like
Michelob. It's above Michelob.
no.
Michelob.
You are fucking crazy. If you think Ice House is above Michelob.
Well, I had the can, so if y'all want to just
Yeah,
can,
and that's probably all they make it in is a can.
they got the
You can
can.
probably get it in a can or a 40-ounce can.
Yeah.
You can get it in a can or a bag.
Yeah,
Either one.
yeah.
Just a
Ice
trash
House.
bag.
I mean, we'll definitely drink it, man. Like I said, anytime any of us pick something, as long as we can find it, I mean, I'll definitely drink it. So.
Yeah,
I know there was a club that I used to go to, and I know that will, if they pay attention to who's drinking what, they will replace the Bud Light keg with the Ice House. And you
Yeah,
never
see,
really know
yeah,
the
yeah.
difference. Because you're so like that, you never know the difference.
The bad thing is I haven't had Ice House in forever, and I'll probably be like, oh, this is good. Whoa.
You chug the whole thing, and you want more, pass that like
Yeah. All right, so let's get out of here. So next week, if you want to join in the drinking game with tapping that keg, Sean pick is Ice House. Hey, aren't they the ones with the can that turns blue when it's cold?
No,
No, that's
right.
Coors.
Oh, see, yeah. See,
It's like
that's
a diet.
okay. Yeah, so they're underneath those guys too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, like the Silver Bullet, man. You don't fuck with the Silver Bullet.
Twist top.
Twist top? Oh, that's how you know it's classic.
Like, they're like Bud Light got them now, but they came out with the first twist top. I was impressed by that.
All right, let's get out of here. So Ice House for next week. Ugh.
I'm excited.
All right, until we
Kind of expand to all
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. I mean, like I said, it's fine. We're all trying something new here.
Uh,
All right, until next time. Later.
So, guys.
oh, man.
123 is not bad.